sort of warm day. Yeah, but partly cloudy, but still warm. Yeah. All right. So yeah, you can just wear something a bit just. You can wing it today. It's going to be hot in the afternoon, so you can wing it. And there's no chance of rainfall. But hey, the weather can change anytime. But yeah, for now, no chance. No chance of rainfall. Anyway, between now and 9:55, we'll be doing quite a number of things. In the studios. From now to 8:10, I'll be giving you a run through of the weather forecast. There's the motivation as well. And 8:10, we'll be checking out the front pages of the Nigerian dailies this very morning. And from then to 8:30, that is what we'll be doing. 8:30 in the studios will be the sports crew taking you through the world of sport from 8:30 to 8:50. And by 9 a.m., we'll roll over to the People's Assembly and we'll be having a particular discussion, a very, very interesting one. As a matter of fact, I saw it yesterday and I was like, oh, I can't wait to bring it to my honorables and talk about this. Yes, it's going to be, I feel like it's going to be like a fun conversation this very morning, and we'll do that for about 30 minutes. 9:30, the mechanics will be in the studios and we're talking everything car related. We'll do that for about 15 minutes, and 9:45 we roll over to Melody Surprise, and 9:55 I'll be stepping out of the studios and calling it a day and a week. All right, so between now and then it's going to be fun, like I said. Yeah, so basically let's go through our motivation for today, like I call it, aspire to Maguire to require. Yeah, it's been a minute I used that. It's been a minute I used it, but hey, yeah, we're going to be. You said the quote for today actually does say cultivating inner peace, yeah, involves a conscious decision not to be dictated to by external factors, in terms of how you feel. Because the quote really actually says that inner peace begin the moment you don't allow people or events to control your emotion. Inner peace actually begins the moment you do not allow people or event to control your emotion. And that actually talks about how inner peace is often described as deep sense of calm, acceptance and contentment, which is achieved by recognizing that while external factors or external events may influence your emotions, you have the power to choose how to respond, right? It is about understanding and accepting the reality of life's challenges and without being swept away by negative emotions. Remember, there was a time we spoke about how life is 90% 10% of what happens in life and 90% how you react to it. So now let's break down this particular quote for today. It actually gives empowerment because it emphasizes that you're not a passive recipient of external influences, but you have the ability to control how you react to them, right? And also it highlights emotional regulations, because it is actually the importance of developing emotional intelligence and being mindful of your own emotional response. I was talking to someone yesterday, and we were talking about how if someone that we know reacted badly to a particular conversation or particular situation, and I was like, it's just a week now, and imagine how things might have panned out if you had reacted in a different way, if you had actually just breathe and allow the moment pass. And before sometimes if we allow like 10 minutes pass, right, it might save us an eternity or a very long time of negative consequence that comes with always reacting to things emotionally. And you have to focus on yourself. It's not something that is built in a day. That one I can tell you for a fact. We are all human beings. Sometimes our emotions try to get the best of us, but it is left to us to be very, very proactive and always working on ourselves and how we react to things around us. That would actually give us an edge on developing emotional intelligence and making sure that we don't have emotional reaction to every single thing that happens. Sometimes when you even chill for about 5 minutes, it actually just blows over. Yeah, so you have to focus on yourself. It encourages a shift in focus from external events to internal states, promoting a sense of self-awareness and control. Just breathe. When someone is actually looking for your problem, yeah, seriously, and you're just looking at them and you're not saying anything, sometimes people might think you're a dumb person for not reacting, but at the end of the day, you have the superior power so to say, because you could actually control your emotions at that point in time. And a lot of married people will actually affirm to what I'm saying, right? Because it's not every time that one person is actually raging and then you start raging to no, it doesn't work that way. Yeah, so by choosing not to be controlled by others and events around you, you can actively cultivate more peaceful and balanced inner state. Have you ever seen, what's it called now? Kung Fu Panda. You see that ultimately the message of, or one of the messages that that animation passes is inner peace. So today, when something is actually going on and you feel like I want to punch someone, just sit down, breathe, and just say inner peace. Yeah? You'll be fine. Anyway, I'll be heading back to the music, and this one is Techno doing Peace of Mind. I'd return, and then we check out the headlines making the rounds on the front pages of Nigerian dailies. But before then, stick around. It is still Melody Sunrise.
I dey hear plenty scores. Yeah. Say they no believe us. Yeah. When I got the bless us. When I got the bless us. Them out the sharp like scissors. Say they try their best to they pressure me. But I live my life as a nobody. I live my life cause peace of mind is underrated. Oh. That's why I'm patient. Oh. Cause I know my time is now. When nobody want me, oh. Peace of mind is underrated, oh. That's why I'm patient, oh. Cause I know my time is now. When nobody want me, oh. So far, no good. Every day I'm up to something. So far, so good. I'm up and grateful. I remember I was wanting when guys were flaunting. I see something. That's why I dey go get gold. My story now, not glory. Big money, shit for me. Victoria, undo me. That's why I dey go. Anytime I show. Peace of mind is underrated, no. That's why I'm patient, oh. Cause I know my time is now. When nobody want me, oh. Peace of mind is underrated, no. That's why I'm patient, oh. Cause I know my time is now. When nobody want me, oh. I dey hear plenty scores. Yeah. Say they no believe us. Yeah. When I got the bless us. When I got the bless us. Them out the sharp like scissors. Say they try their best to they pressure me. But I live my life as a nobody. I live my life cause peace of mind is underrated, oh. That's why I'm patient, oh. Cause I know my time is now. When nobody want me, oh. Peace of mind is underrated, oh. That's why I'm patient, oh. Cause I know my time is now. When nobody want me, oh. I thought Big
Melody 100.7 FM. Stay cool with Melody.
Upside down, yeah. I'm on loud. Gang, gang.
The Poseidon music.
Hey, hey. Wake up in the morning for real, all I see is a blessing. Those days when I had no food. Hey, hey, good. Many things don't solve for the street, but it still no interest me. Everything is just all on you. Shout hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. 'Cause I'm saved. Big hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. 'Cause I'm saved. Yeah, yeah. Doing the most, but I believe in my life. Yeah. I conquered this far, yeah. I put it on God. I do right, I mean, by Lord in me, oh yeah, yeah. And 'cause Pusana go blow, could I share journey? All that continental, confidential. No, I do with the make them mental. Also, for do meta, oh, shumefa. I want to make only giant for the shout. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. 'Cause I'm saved. Big hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. 'Cause I'm saved. Yeah, in the field where the shadows grow. I walked the path and I didn't know from the earth. And I learned to climb, struggling to the test of time. 'Cause everything I do, I get a conscience, oh yeah. But no be everybody gets a conscience, oh yeah. They want to wind that, and for my head, they want to pull that trigger. Why? Yeah, they want to wind that. Follow me, sing hallelujah. Shout it's getting better. Hallelujah.
All right, 100.7 FM, that is the dial. And of course, this is Melody, 100.7 FM, and Melody Sunrise is live. My name is Bolabad. That was Poseidon doing Journey. And of course, it is 8:16 and time to check out the front pages of the Nigerian dailies this very morning. All right, so we'll be moving on and checking out the Vanguard newspaper, Nigerian Tribune, the Punch newspaper, the Nation newspaper, the Guardian newspaper this morning. And we'll begin with the Guardian newspaper this very morning. And the first headline actually reads, more PDP governors will defect, Ganduje vows as Damagun Saraki orders downplay crisis. And that story is on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper. You know how a lot of things are actually going on in the country. You know, a lot of politicians are not even concerned about, the insecurity. Everyone is just thinking of which, what's it called now? Which party is more viable for 2027, which is really somehow, but hey, it's the world we're living. Anyway, another headline is saying a World Bank, that is the kicker, Nigeria needs better fiscal contract with citizens to reduce poverty. And that story is on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. All right, another headline again. NEC defers deliberation on state police, insist on modern ranching. That story is on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. To the biggest headline on the front page, unicorn graveyards. That's the kick of this headline. How market reality expose weak business models, growth illusion. That is a very hard pill to swallow. Anyway, that story is on the front page. You can catch that the full story on pages 4 and 5 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Northeast stabilization plan may gulp over 128 trillion naira as agency begins a review, and that story is on page 30 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. 54.3% of Lagos students failed WAEC in 2024, says government. That story is on page 28 of the Guardian newspaper. That is a lot of figure. That is a lot of 54.3. That is over half of the total students population. That is insane. Anyway, setback looms in 11 states as United States holds $73 million yearly anti-malaria aid, and that story is on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Ibashan's reps invitation attends NEC meeting, and that story is on page 29 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. The drama is not going to go away in a long time. Anyway, Lagos investors delight, Sanwo-Olu says at Harvard, and that story is on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Now moving on to the Nation newspaper this very morning. Court OK's arrest warrant for 60 BEC scam suspects. And that story is on page 2 of the Nation newspaper this very morning. Edom projects more cash crude from NNPCL. And the story is on page 28 of the Nation newspaper this morning. I remain Labour Party chairman, Aburi insists, and that story is on page 27 of the Nation newspaper this morning. 80% of FIRS's jobs to be performed by employees, says Adedeji. That story is on page 7 of the Nation newspaper this morning. To the biggest headline, Damagum, that is the kicker of the story. Delta defection shocking. Painful to PDP, has 2 riders attached to it. More governors to join APC, says Ganduje. And another rider says party chair receives NNPP senator. Others. The story is on the front page of the Nation newspaper this morning, and it actually continues on page 4 of page 2 rather of the Nation newspaper this morning. Sanwo-Olu at Harvard, that is the kicker of this next headline. Lagos is investors' delight. So that story is on page 5 of the Nation newspaper this very morning. NEC differs discussion on state police, and has a rider attached to it. Governors okay tech-driven security approach. That story is on the front page and continues on page 4 of the Nation newspaper this very morning. 170 nations delegations for Pope Francis's funeral, and that actually has a rider attached to it. Doctor says he died without suffering. That story is on page the front page and continues on the page 4 of the Nation newspaper this morning. Now fund disburses 53 billion naira as a student loan. That story is on page 3 of the Nation newspaper this morning. Lecturers fired for sexual harassment. The story is on page 6 of the Nation newspaper this very morning. Now moving on to the Punch newspaper this morning. The first headline reads, Atiku Saraki spearhead PDP resurgence amid key defections. And the story is on page 2 of the Punch newspaper this very morning. The biggest headline reads, NEC postpones state police talks despite surge in killings. Has a rider attached to it. NGF raises panel to tackle killings, proposes massive security personnel recruitment. And that story is on page 2 of the Punch newspaper this morning. EFCC gets order to arrest 60 BEX promoters. The story is on page 14 of the Punch newspaper this morning. 13 governors found rural electrification in 925 villages. That story is on page 33 of the Punch newspaper this very morning. Also on the front page is a picture of the Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, speaking at Harvard Business School, Massachusetts, United States, on building the future, which is Lagos State's infrastructure-led transformation. All right, now moving on from that, you can catch that story also on the Punch newspaper. And there's another story reading, emergency. IBAS meets reps panel today as protests continues. And that story is on page 32 of the Punch newspaper this morning. The summon by the House of Reps can wait, right? We have to address the protest going on in the state. Moving on from that one, cybercrime, that is the kicker of the next headline. Chinese suspects forfeit 73 houses, 1,596 laptops. And that story can be found on page 14 of the Punch newspaper this very morning. Obi versus Abure, that is the kicker of the next headline. INEC studies Supreme Court's judgment. And that story is on page 21 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Moving on to Nigerian Tribune this morning, alleged $1 billion fraud, $1 billion fraud. That is the kick of the story. Court permits EFCC to arrest, detain 6 of its CBEX, and that story is on page 2 of a Nigerian Tribune this morning. Military killed 1,770 terrorists, arrested 3,073 in 3 years across northwest states. And that story is, on the front page is the statement credited to CDS, and you can find that story on page 2 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. Labour Party crisis, that is the kick of the next headline. Again, Abure calls out Obi for misinterpreting Supreme Court's judgment. And that story can be found on page 24 of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. Moving on to the biggest headline, 2027 won't be decided by numbers of governors, says PDP, and has a couple of riders attached to it. Damagun shrugs off Delta mass defection, says Obi garnered millions of votes without a state governor. Another rider reads, no cause for alarm, we will reposition party, says Saraki. Another rider reads, presidency mocks Atiku, says political future now bleak. Another writer says, Ikimi berates APC slide to personal interest. And the final writer says, Forum won't surrender to plot of one party. And that is a statement credited to the coalition. You can catch the rest of the story, or the complete version of that story, on pages 3 and 24 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. Rivers, that is the kicker of the next headline. Again, Ibas absent at Reps panel. And the story can be found on page 4 of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. Gunmen abduct 14 passengers in Benue. And the story is on page 2 of the Punch newspaper, the Nigerian Tribune this morning. First quarter 2025, that is the kicker of the headline. UBA profit rises by 30.65% to 204 billion naira. And the story is on page 6 of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. Despite worsening insecurity, NEC again defies talks on state policing. And that story has 2 riders attached to it. Council approves $90 billion of Greek business and livestock development. And the second rider reads, Rivers sole administrator attends council meeting. And that story can be found on page 5 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. Lagos is investors' delight, says Sanwo-Olu, and that story is on page 5 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. We go quickly through the front page of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. The first headline reads, erratic power, that is the kicker. Manufacturers spending on alternative energy surges 42% to 1.1 trillion naira. That story can be found on page 19 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. More Nigerians will become poor by 2027, and that is a statement credited to the World Bank. And that story is on page 4 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. That is a sad one, not shocking, but really sad one. NEC OK's new textile board, $90 billion agribusiness livestock development plan. And the story can be found on page 8 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. 50 heads of state, 10 monarchs for popes and the Pope's burial, says the Vatican. And that story is on page 9 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. Obore wall others defection, that is the kick of the next headline, were not bothered. That story is that statement credited to PDP, LP, Atiku's coalition. And that story is on page 5 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. Why security challenges must be tackled now, says governors. Set up committee to work with security heads. That story is on page 7 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. Air Peace resumes operations as NIMET workers suspend strike. The story is on page 8 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. And finally, sports, there is Flamingos motivated to beat Algeria again. And that story can be found on page 30 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. And that's it for the Nigerian dailies this morning. Checking out the front pages of the Nigerian dailies. I'll be taking a breather and the sports will come up by 8:30. But in the meantime, here is Ira Star and Wizkid doing Give Me That. It's a brand new joint premiering live on Melody 100.7. Stick around.
Give me that love, give me peace of mind. Or should they come me with your line? I want that peace of mind. Where they come with that woo. Baby, now one by race we they run. So make you no go waste time. Oh no, no pressure. Make you give me that love. If you give me I no go let go. Give me make I kill my sanko. Feelings got me hitting on a freaky dance floor. Make you give me that love. If you give me I no go let go. Make you give me make I kill my sanko. Feelings Feelings got me hitting on a freaking dance floor. Diallo, Diallo. If I give you my love, oh, make you no disappoint, oh. Me, I get you for mine, oh. Diallo, Diallo. If I give you my love, oh, make you no disappoint, oh. Me, I got you for mine, oh. Goddamn, alright, baby, goddamn. Get the way your body make me feel excited. Loving you, they put me on a different mindset. Girl, not only you, they make me stick to one girl. Goddamn, and I need you again, goddamn. Picture perfect, no they mind them. Keep it private, fuck on ballet. If you need me, baby, I'll be right there. One time for my radio. Bum bang showing you the baby you. Do me many things to the give me you. I'm ready if you're ready to give me that love. If you give me, I don't go let go. Give me, make I get my sanko. Feelings got me hitting on the freaky dance floor. Make you give me that love. If you give me, I don't go let go. Make you give me, make I get my sanko. Feelings got me hitting on the freaky dance floor. Diallo, Diallo. If I give you my love, make you no disappoint. Got me hitting on the freaky dance floor. Make you give me that love. If you give me, I don't go let go. Make you give me, make I get my sanko. Feelings got me hitting on the freaky dance floor. Diallo, Diallo. If I give you my love, make you no disappoint. Me, I get you for mine, though. Diallo, Diallo. If I give you my love, make you no disappoint.
So if you've not listened to it, because I mean it dropped this midnight, that is still in the background, Ira Star and Whiskey doing Give Me That. Anyway, this is a Melody Sunrise and it is 8:32 from the studios, and just now you know that it is time to talk sports. Yeah, and there is Akim Bobola in the studios this morning. A beautiful morning to you.
Thank you so much, Bolabad. Good morning.
Good morning. And on your mark, said go. Let's go.
All right, it's that beautiful time again to talk sports on Melody 100.7 FM. This is where we give you the best of sporting stories making rounds in the world of sports. I'm Akim Bobola Egunfemi. Welcome on board.
What a wonderful finish! That is the most embarrassing own goal. Oh, what a goal! But something out of nothing. He struck it sweetly, and does he ever score ordinary goals? They're all copybook stuff.
All right, just so you know that you can be part of the program, we're currently live on Facebook. Melody 100.7 FM. We're currently live on Facebook. The starman Marcus doing justice to that. All right, without further ado, let me start with the stories making rounds in the world of sport. As Team Nigeria is making a statement at the African Senior Weightlifting Championship in Mauritius, leading the medal tally with 10 gold, 4 silver, and 1 bronze as the competition nears its conclusion. Rafiatu Lawal and Dide Onome were standout performers, each winning 3 golds in their respective weight classes earlier in the day, before Ruth Ayodele headed to the gold rush, winning 3 gold medals in the women's 64 kg category with a 213 kg total lift, and that's one. In addition to Lawal and Onome's brilliance, Ediong Joseph contributed 1 gold and 2 silver medals in the 73 kg category, while Tuesday Emmanuel added 2 silver medals and 1 bronze to the country's all. The African Senior Weightlifting Championship run through April 28, but Nigeria will end their campaign in the championship in the evening section on Friday. All right, let's talk about Eniola Bolabad right now. The Paralympic bronze medalist has been honored in the 2025 African Women in the Badminton Award in recognition to her achievement and journey in the para badminton during the Badminton Confederation Africa Annual General Meeting yesterday. The multiple-time African champion becomes the second Nigerian to receive this award, following in the footsteps of badminton veteran Obiageli Sholaja, who was recognized in 2019. The award was accepted on Bolabad's behalf by Francis Obi, president of Badminton Federation of Nigeria, who held the recognition as both timely and well-deserved. Obi praised Bolabad for her dedication and trailblazing accomplishments, noting a profound influence on the growth of para badminton across Nigeria. All right, let's move away from that and talk about this one, that Team Nigeria will compete in the men's and women's 4x100 meter events, as well as the mixed 4x100 and 4x400 meter relays. Favor Ashe, Alaba Akintola, Carlington, Anugba, Udodi, Ozurki, Fola Olaoye, and Uzo Isheriki would compete in the men by 400 meters. Listed for the 4x100 meters are Favor Ofili, that's a woman that represented Nigeria in the Olympics, Rosemary Chukuma, Toby Amuson, Umokore Success, Tiana Eyakoyan, and Jennifer Chukuka. These are the ones that would be representing Nigeria in the 4x100 meter. The 6 athletes that would represent Nigeria in the mixed 4x100 meter relay are Rosemary Chukuma, Favor Ofili, Umokoro Success, Favor Ashe, Alaba Akintola, and Udodi Uzuruke would be representing Nigeria in that one. All right, let's leave that one and talk about the Nigerian senior women's basketball team. The D Tigress, they have been drawn in the Group D of 2025 FIBA Women's Afro Basket, where they will face Mozambique and Rwanda in the group stage of the continent's premier women's basketball competition. The draw took place at the Hotel de Amis in Abidjan and is set the stage for the 12th Nation tournament that will be held in Ivory Coast for the first time from July 26 to August 3rd at the Palais des Sports de Tran in Abidjan. The Tigress, who are the defending champions, following their triumph in the 2023 edition, gained automatic qualification as the winner of the tournament. They were joined by fellow semi-finalists Senegal, Mali, and Rwanda alongside host Ivory Coast, while the rest of the lineups were competed through regional qualifiers and wildcard entries. Having won the last 4 Afro basketball titles, the D Tigers will be aiming to maintain their dominance on the continent against Mozambique, who were quarter-finalists in the 2023 and earned a wild card to this edition, while Rwanda was semi-finalists 2 years ago and will be seeking another deep run in that one. Ivory Coast became the 5th different nation to host women's Afro basketball in the past decades, joining the likes of Cameroon, Mali, Senegal, and Rwanda. I mean, I'm hoping one day Nigeria would host this competition. Under the competition format, each team will play 2 matches in the group phase. The 2 teams in each group will automatically qualify to the quarterfinals, while the 2nd and 3rd place teams will play a crossover qualifiers for a place in the last 8, and the last 4 teams in the semi-finals will qualify for the qualifying tournament for the 2026 FIBA Women's Basketball Cup. All right, let's leave basketball and talk about the NWFL, the Nigerian Women's Football League. In a bid to uphold the principles of fair play and ensure competitive integrity, the Nigerian Women's Football League has announced a simultaneous kickoff for two crucial fixtures on the final day of regular season. The encounter between Niger Rattles and Bayelsa Queens FC in Abuja, and a game between FC Robo Queens and Delta Queens in Lagos will both be played at 3 p.m. on Wednesday. That's today, April 30. No, that's next week, and April 30. In that one, the directive was conveyed in an official memo signed by the NWFL Chief Operating Officer Modupe Shabi and circulated to the concerned club as well as the Lagos State and FCT Football Association, facilitate seamless coordination and compliance. All right, with one final ticket up for grabs in the 2025 NWFL Premiership Super 6, both Robo Queens and Niger Rattles are locked in a high-stakes battle for qualification as third-place team for Group B. Robo Queens in their 10th consecutive season in the top flight are seeking a return to Super 6 for the first time since 2023. Niger Rattles, meanwhile, are aiming to secure their second appearance in the 3 seasons after made a memorable debut in the 2022 by qualifying in the first Premiership campaign. The eventual third place side will join defending champions Edo Queens, Bayelsa Queens, Rivers Angels, Nasarawa Amazons, and Remo Stars Lady in the Super 6 lineup, settling the stage for what promises to be a thrilling climax to the season. All right, let's leave the local scene and talk about some stories in the foreign scene. As world number 3, Carlo Alcaraz withdrew from the Madrid Open on Thursday with a tie blow for his French Open title defense preparation. The Spaniard, the 4-time Grand Slam winner, sustained the problems during Barcelona Open final defeat last Sunday by Ojarud. In that one, the 21-year-old has not trained all week, arriving at the Spanish capital on Monday. Alcaraz did not rule out competing in the Italian Open and said it was sure he would make the French Open with the main draw beginning on May 2025. Alcaraz said in addition to the right thigh injury he suffered in Barcelona, he had also noticed a problem with his left hamstring. He has struggled for consistency over the first few months of the year, knocked out earlier in the Miami, but then winning the Monte Carlo Masters in April in that one. We just have to wish Alcaraz all the best right there. Alcaraz won every match he played in Barcelona in straight sets until the final against Rune, when he lost at 7-6, 6-2 after needing a medical timeout to treat a start. I mean, so sad for Alcaraz. So sad for him. All right, let's move away from that and talk about the games we saw yesterday. In the Eredivisie, we saw AZ Akmar against Breda. It was 1-0 draw in that one, and PSV stormed at 20 in the game yesterday in the Eredivisie. PSV are currently on 67 points, and they played a total of 30 games, and 20 are fifth on the log with 48 points. 48 is very, very close. Ajax are topping that with 73 points. Hopefully PSV can do wonders and defeat that's Ajax in that one. In the La Liga, we saw Leganés play 1-1 draw against Girona. Osasuna stormed Sevilla in that one, 1-0 it ended. No show for our man Ejuke, who was on the bench for 90 minutes. Atletico Madrid against Vallecano, he ended 3-0. I mean, Atletico Madrid, are they back right now? It was Calaga, Joel Alvarez that got the goal, and Solo who got the goal for Atletico Madrid. And Real Betis, the stunned Valladolid, 5-1. Rodriguez, Isco, Cucho Fernandez, Barro, and also Eza Luis scored the goals for Real Betis yesterday, right there in the Saudi Professional League, we saw Al Fayed take on Alpha Oruba, 2-all draw in that one. Alta won against Al Riyadh in that one. All right, games that we'll be seeing tomorrow in the Ligue 1, we see PSG face Nice in that one in the German Bundesliga, Stuttgart against Andenham in that one. And in the MPFL, we've got a game, Kano Pillars against Rivers United in that one. That's tomorrow, 4 p.m. Both teams lost their last game. Rivers United are currently on 58 points in 34 matches played. And Remo Stars are leading the MPFL right now with 34 games, 65 points. Rivers United will be open to dust Remo Stars in that one. All right, so those are the games I will be seeing tomorrow. Let's talk about some basketball stories we have for you today. As Shai Gilgeous-Alexander did wonders yesterday as he put up 31 points, 4 rebounds, and 8 assists for Oklahoma City Thunder against Memphis Grizzlies. Now, the series is 3-0 right now for Oklahoma City Thunder. For me, so far in the basketball, it's been Oklahoma City for me. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been one to watch. And in all the games, we saw Los Angeles Clippers stunned Denver Nuggets. Where Nikola Jokic. All right, Nikola Jokic dropped 23 points, 13 rebounds, and 13 assists for Denver Nuggets, but it was not enough as to stop the likes of Kawhi Leonard, who put up 21 points, 11 rebounds, and 6 assists for the Los Angeles Clippers. James Harden dropped 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 9 assists for Los Angeles Clippers. In the other games, we saw Detroit Pistons. They were stunned by New York Knicks. Karl Anthony Towns dropped 31 points, 8 rebounds, and 1 assist for the New York Knicks right there. All right, let's move to some of the games we would be seeing today in the National Basketball Association. Orlando Magic will be playing Boston Celtics. Milwaukee Bucks will be playing against Indiana Pacers. Minnesota Timberwolves, they played a 1-0 draw in the last game. Now it's 1-0 draw. Los Angeles Lakers against Minnesota Timberwolves. It's one to watch for right there. Miami Heat and Cleveland Cavaliers would be playing tomorrow, and Memphis Grizzlies against Oklahoma City. If Oklahoma City wins that game, they would be leading the series at 4-0, and they would qualify immediately to the next round. Los Angeles Clippers against Denver Nuggets, 1-0 draw currently, or 2-1 right now. Los Angeles Clippers lead the series. All right, those are the stories I would talk about today. Join us later today on the Cruise Show. I would be there. Pretty Finest would be anchoring that one. All right, let me leave with this one and hand over the mic as usual, like I always say, to Bolabad. All right, I'm Akimbo Bola Egunfemi. Good morning.
All right, so big shout out to Akim Bobola on that one. And we head back to the music. We'll take a quick breather and then we'll return. It's going to be like an update of the conversation we've been having most part of the week on the People's Assemblies again today. On insecurity, there was a NEC meeting that was held yesterday, and there was a shocker also to the people of Nigeria that actually happened during the NEC meeting. Quite a number of shockers, but there was one that was very profound. Anyway, I will be talking about that much later by 9 a.m. Hopefully, you as an honorable will be here to join in on the conversation, and then we can talk about this at breast. No, we'll not be talking about self-defense or not. No, that is not what we're talking about. But hey, if you are savvy, with news headlines and news stories, you might have an idea or an inkling of what we'll be talking about. But in the meantime, here is Bayani and Don Jazzy doing Hustler's Anthem. Stick around, don't go anywhere.
They say money can buy happiness, so wait till I get it. And I will give you the biggest smile the next time you see me.
best things in life are not for free. Don't give me that bullshit. So you better not let them deceive you. Because poverty is a disability. You must get money before anything. Sometimes like they are like mathematics. But once you get money, you solve anything. Secure the body, go. Never see me outside, always on the low. On the journey, make I no see no evil. Left on 2 feet, still I'm coming now. I focus on all the things with my life. See the blessings I just see around. And I get you for mind, you know my brother. Don't you know I no need you, no border, no longer.
Don't just see the big town where they class it. You know how to pass me, and that's why you don't get it past me. My money double on the own. Make you want press me like Skipo. Walk with some mommy on the low. Conquer the best in my go. Who are you kidding? Yeah. Say make a dig deeper. Who for notice this guy? If I don't get the back.
The same money can buy happiness, so wait till I get it. And I will give you the biggest smile the next time you see me. The best things in life are not for free. Don't give me that bullshit. So you better not let them deceive you. Because poverty is a disability. You must get money before anything. Sometimes like they are like mathematics. But once you get money, you solve many things. Secure the body, go. Never see me outside, always on the low. On the journey, make I no see no evil. Left on 2 feet, still I'm coming home. I focus on all the things with my life. See the blessings I just see around. And I get you for mind, you know my brother. Don't you know I no need you, no border, no longer.
I love this station, Melody 100.7 FM.
How far, babe? About it. I'm gonna reason you for a while now. You don't take zigzag me. What's the key now?
Shake it! I've been thinking I want you to come take this all for me. Come and show me what it is that you got to offer me. On the road we could go all night. Won't you tell me it's all for me? And I'll give you all of me. So baby, come take this all for me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been thinking I want you to come take this all for me. Come and show me what it is that you got to offer me. On the road we could go all night. Won't you tell me it's all for me? And I'll give you all of me. So baby, come take this all for me. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
When we together, it flows like the way. All the stress far away. I know they feel lower, lower. Wow. Sweet melanin. Smoke with the skin. You and me. I can never trade you for nobody. Up to the night I be thinking of. You get that body where they make me of. Oh baby, love me. I'ma make I love you. Up to the night I be thinking of. You get that body where they make me of. Oh baby, love me. I'ma make I love you.
I've been thinking I want you to come take this all for me. Come and show me what it is that you got to offer me. On the road we could go all night. Won't you tell me it's all for you? And I'll give you all of me. So baby, come take this all for me. Yeah, yeah.
I want you for me forever. From Kaya to 1 kilometer. Oh yeah, baby, make you check up. This one no be bala. No go break my heart, oh. Make I no go holla, yeah. Oh baby, ole, ole, oh. Cause I bump pretty, you nazu, oh. Oh baby, ole, ole, oh. So make you no go leave me, my love. Too many things I offer you. Sweet loving I give to you. So baby, come closer and take my order. Make I have your body with your clothes up. Oh mama, don't jogo do. Oh mama, don't jogo do.
I've been thinking I want you to come take this all
Melody FM 100.7.
Sweet melody. Telling me what I owe you. Telling me what you wanted me to give you. My darling. What is it that they told you? Telling me how they be fooling you like on me. Telling me how they be fooling you like on me. My darling, my darling. Baby, them give me you. 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 Isabella, Ogboro Isabella, Jowo, I did tell ya. The Kayamata where you do me did ya, they walk. Kayamata tilakya, creepy pity juju where you do ya on top. Me no know why you be feeling. Papa shikari, my darling. Baby, them give me you, my darling. Baby, them give me you, my darling. Baby, them give me you, my darling. Baby, them give me you.
Melody 100.7 FM.
London.
I know be that kind G where they take this personally, yo. Wow, wow. But I cannot forget your first impression on me, yo. Iggy. Oh baby, actually, I go like this for your sanctuary. Enter my life in the right timing. You said they love to without trying. Oh baby, gradually, you don't creep on me gradually. I know they can't feel it normally. Make you give me peace, because you know that I cannot stop thinking of you. You. I cannot stop thinking of you. You give me something special. I love you so unconditionally. Thinking of you. I cannot stop thinking of you.
Fatima Joe, no go let them win. Fatima Bo, baby, Fatima Bo. This our love, nobody else can understand. And I'm so into you, don't know what has gotten into you. You already know that I'm mad over you. Nothing shall oh, girl, I cover you, girl, I cover you. Pepe, 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 nítorí ẹ mo ti rí ṣege o. Ọmọ ta no say di ṣege kò péde o. Olólùfẹ́ mi ò jọ padà wálé o. I cannot stop thinking of you. Jiggy, because you know that
I cannot stop thinking of you. I cannot stop thinking of you. You give me something special. I love you so unconditionally. Thinking of you. I
Melody 100.7 FM. From Melody 100.7 FM, Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. The time is 9 a.m.
All right, back to it. 1 minute past 9 a.m. from the studios, and this is Melody Sunrise on Melody 100.7 FM. It is still the 25th day in the month of April, and the year is around. There was a NEC meeting that held yesterday, and you know, a lot of people would be like, "Oh, with everything going on." In fact, sometimes this week, there was a headline where the president actually blamed the state government, for the level of insecurity that is going on in their states. Yeah, actually faulting the state governors. I'm trying to get, that particular headline so I don't paraphrase wrongly, that particular headline. So, one would actually think that at the NEC meeting yesterday, with the numbers of killings that has actually been going on in the country, that would be probably like at the forefront of the conversation. Now there is no saying that they didn't talk about it, because there was actually there was a code now. What was it say? There was a 1 minute silence. Yes, that is what I was trying to get out. There was a 1 minute silence for those victims of the killings going on in the country and everything. But the National Executive Council meeting, that is the NEC, that was chaired by the Vice President, that is in person of Kashim Shettima, actually met yesterday, Thursday, at the Presidential Villa Abuja, but postponed the discussions on state policing despite escalating insecurities. Now, the attendees included the Rivers State Sole Administrator, Vice Admiral Ibok Ete Ibas, and the Delta State Governor was actually in attendance. There was Delta State Governor Sharif Ogoevori, there was the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike in attendance, and CBN Governor Yemi Cardoso. The Bayelsa State Governor Doyediri told reporters that the state police was on the agenda. It was something that was actually on the agenda to be spoken about, but it was sidelined due to time constraints for lengthy presentation. In quote, state police was part of the agenda, just paraphrasing what the Bayelsa State Governor did say. Says state policing was part of our agenda, but we couldn't discuss it due to time demands. I assure you it will be exhaustively discussed next meeting. Now, the department, following a similar delay that happened in February this year, has actually raised concerns, as many Nigerians actually support decentralized policing to tackle localized security challenges. Now, imagine if this state, like we have, that has actually been going on with recent attacks in Plateau State, in Benue State, in Zamfara State, in Kwara State, most recently, even some part of Ondo State at some point this year, largely attributed to herdsmen, armed herdsmen. Though now this is going to be another shocker coming to you. Now, Diri also noted that next sympathy and was actually given, and then the urged media coverage of the gesture, and also NEC endorsed cattle ranching to mitigate farmer-herder conflict, a key driver of violence, as a long-term solution. But state policing conversation would actually be pending. Now, you need to note that the state police discussion is not recent. It has actually been ongoing since 2023, and this has actually seen 36 states submit petitions by November 2024, with most favoring the initiative due to the rising insecurity in individual states. Now, delays actually persisted with January 2025 talks postponed due to a governor's emergency NLC meeting. The April deferment also is the third since December last year. It actually underscores the need for stakeholders' consensus and also constitutional amendments. Now, addressing unpaid allowances for National Livestock Transformation Plan, that is NLTP, plot in Nasarawa since November 2023, Governor Abdullahi Sule explained that the NLTP collaboration with Netherlands state actually faced funding issues post 2023 elections halting expansion. But what I really want us to focus on today is that there was a NEC meeting yesterday. And even though, the state policing conversation got sidelined to actually be discussed at the next NEC meeting, which we do not know, but there is actually a statement that goes to say that, the NEC meetings actually hold every last Thursday of each month. But, it has not been held. I didn't think, the postponement with the fact that, 36 states of, the country where we have 36 states has actually submitted, requests to have state policing so they can efficiently curb insecurities in their individual states without having to depend on the federal government. And, that talk was actually sidelined, but, the NEC actually approved the whole, cattle ranching for herders, because this is actually what begins the violence, right? Farmer herders, because if you don't have herders coming to your farm, there will be no conflict. They said it's a key driver of violence and a long-term solution to the situation at hand. But state policing conversation will be spoken about next, NEC meeting, and this is actually being postponed for a very long time. There was, like I said, 36 states submitting petitions by November 2024, with most favoring the initiative due to the rising, insecurity situation as of November 2024. They spoke about it again in December, spoke about it again in January, and this is the third time this conversation would be deferred. What is your state or what is your position regarding this whole issue? The NEC meeting held yesterday, they endorsed cattle ranching to mitigate farmer herders conflict, but hey, state policing can actually wait till next time, even with the rising state of insecurity in the country. 07055 071 007, 07055 071 007, or 07025 201 007, 07055 071 007, or 07025 201 007. Those are the numbers to call me up on or to send messages to. You can also head to Facebook. We're live on Facebook, and drop your comment on Melody 100.7 FM. Join us on Facebook or call me up. You can also send messages via WhatsApp on 07055 071 007. That is the WhatsApp line, 07055 071 007. Or 07025201007. You can call either of those numbers. I will be here to take your, position and your thoughts regarding this conversation. There was a NEC meeting yesterday, and the conversation of state policing has been, deferred yet again. But, the NEC endorsed cattle ranching to mitigate the farmer herders conflict, because this, according to NEC, is a key driver of violence and is a solution, looking at a long-term situation. Call me up or send messages. Do not forget, once you call in, you are an honorable of the house, so you're introducing yourself as an honorable of the house, and we will talk about this. 07055 071 007, 07025 201 007. Those are the numbers to call me up on or to send messages to. Let me know what your take is regarding this conversation. I'll take a breather, and once your calls come through, definitely I'll be picking them right up. In the meantime, here is Nigerian Gangster by Jesse Jaggs. Stick around.
It's not the most corrupt nation in Africa, and it is. You go to Nigeria, which is, it's not the most corrupt nation in Africa, and it is. It could be the most corrupt nation in the world, Minister Farrakhan.
Oh, and now, Mr. Wallace.
It is the most corrupt nation
He walks into the spot. See his pimpin' never stops. Cranberry and Ciroc shots, chillin' on them rocks. He listens for the cops. He can hear the ticking of the clocks. It's the tail of the chicken and the fox. Hands still shaking from the shock. Damn, itching never stops. Intuition on top. Kitchen isn't locked. Still listen if anybody knocks. Vision never stops. How he never listened to his pops. And now he wishing he was ready for the mission. He was too young to listen. Guns gone missing. He on the television. From New York to Bristol. One hell of a mission, even on the intermission. Now give it up for that Nigerian gangster. You move too fast, they might blast you. Streets is after police, they might catch ya. It's a fact, the next man be an actor. Too hot to capture, backdoor contractor. Cruise and a master, chased by the Lasper. Pace getting faster, plates say Alaska. Registration is a fake from Madagascar. Ungrateful, he unfaithful. Do anything he paid to and everybody hates you. It's a wonder how he make do. They too late to underrate you. I'm talking M, talking ice, talking Weezy. Too hot for TV, believe me, it's easy. I'm talking jazzy, I'm talking banky, I'm talking Nigerian swag, I'm talking swanky. Now fuck it, this is the chapter, the captain and master, Nigerian gangster. Can't see me, all you hear is my laughter. Gold is what I'm after, silver and alabaster. I'm a bastard, I'm a goon, I'm a pastor. See, I'm a real G, I'm an actor. Contractor, we move bricks like a tractor. I'm a singer, producer, and I'm a rapper. I'm talking VEC, I'm talking Fino. I'm talking Olamide, I'm talking Gino. I'm talking English, I'm talking Nigerian lingo. I'm around, baby girl, I'm talking Mandingo. Let it bounce, let it breathe. I'm talking real shady business. Too hot for TV, believe me, motherfucking pimpin' ain't easy. Here's to the dream, to the green, white, green. All hail the machine and pray to the queen. Yeah, from Saudi Arabia to Greece. Peace, I pray let your favor increase. And chains on our feet, slaves from the east. Stay for the feast and make way for the beast. Mary Jane that I keeps is AK for the streets. I'ma lay in my sheets every day, plenty weeks. It's murder, OJ when I creeps. Dre on the beats, it's okay for the freaks. I hustle in my dreams, no play when I sleep. Monday to Sunday, I need more days of the week. Now here's to the dream, I'm awake when I sleep. I ache in my feet and I'ma keep. Now tell me, are you fake or you deep? Are you great, are you weak? Are you ape or you sheep? Yeah. Now get ready for the beast. The whole earth gon' shake when I speaks. There's an earthquake in my sheets. The earth bakes from the snakes and the creeps. Heard they was waiting for Jacob's defeat, yeah. I heard it was a major retreat at bay on my bait, just the Asian fleet. For I am made strong, they was made to be weak. I came to scorch him, I tamed the scorpion. To get things to Compton, Spain to Austin, Ukraine to Boston. Goddamn, I'm awesome. My flow smoother than Johnson's and Johnson. Now here's to the captain and the master. To every Nigerian gangster, as love gets colder, light shine all over. It's the story of a soldier, 5 stars on my shoulder. Born in a vision, an extra celestial life form is living in the fetal position. Mama always told me, said life is a mission, but it's my decision. I was too young to listen. I read what was written, surely it was forbidden. For loving is religion. It came down in the form of a dove and a pigeon. See, I'm in a prison, conscripted in the system. I rose through the division. Oh, fuck it. Shout out to all the Nigerian gangsters worldwide. That's what it is.
Live last year. So what? 35 years old. That's what that nation is. Now here's America, 226 years old. You love democracy, but it's there in Africa. You trying to force these people into a system of government that you just have accepted. 30 years ago, black folks got the right to vote. You're not in any moral position to tell anybody how corrupt they are. You should be quiet and let those of us who know our people go there and help them get out of that condition. But America should keep her mouth shut. Wherever there's a corrupt regime, as much hell as America has raised on the earth.
All right, so we're back to it. This is the People's Assembly on Melody Sunrise. All right, so basically, this is Melody 100.7, and my name is Bolabad. Now, we are talking about the NEC meeting that happened yesterday and about how, the talks for state policing to curb insecurity was actually sidelined and postponed to be discussed at the next NEC meeting that should probably happen next month. But a lot of people have been reacting to it because, I mean, with the growing, rate of insecurity and people being killed all over the country, you would think that would be the first, talking point, and it was just there and it was sidelined. Let me know what your thoughts are. It was actually postponed, but hey, the NEC actually approved and endorsed cattle ranching to mitigate the farmer herders conflict, which according to the NEC, saying that that is the key driver of violence, and that is going to be, a long-term solution to all of this. Let me know what your thoughts are. 07055 071 007 07055 071 007. Let me know what you think. A NEC meeting actually ended yesterday without them talking about the state policing. And you'd want to recall that the state policing discussion has been ongoing since the year 2023. Actually had 36 states out of 36 states of the nation submit position by November 24, with most of them favoring the initiative due to the rising insecurity in individual states. But delays have actually persisted. It actually occurred in January 2025, occurred in December 2024, and this one is occurring again. It actually underscores the need for stakeholders' consensus and constitutional amendment. But let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what your take is regarding this particular conversation at hand. What is your take? State policing was actually part of the agenda, according to the governor of Bayelsa, in person of Doye Diri. Actually says state policing was part of the agenda, but couldn't be discussed because it was due to time. As it was actually said that, oh, don't worry, we'll actually talk about it the next NEC meeting. Said it will be exhaustively discussed next meeting, which might take place next month, according to some sources saying that the NEC meeting happens every last Thursday of each month. But for now, in response, to all of these things going on, state policing has been pended. But on the other end, there is the president of the nation giving directive to NSA and also security chiefs. As he said, enough is enough. He has ordered immediate overhaul of national security strategies in response to the escalating violence in Borno, Benue, Plateau, and Kwara State. The directive was also issued during a closed-door meeting with security chiefs at the presidential villa and announced in a statement by Bayo Ononuga, the special advisor on information and strategy, condemning the continuous attacks on innocent Nigerians. The president actually told his service chiefs that enough is enough during the over 2-hour meeting where they briefed him on the recent attacks, the death tolls, and property destructions. And the National Security Advisor, NSA, Nuhu Rabadu, while addressing journalists after the meeting, revealed that the president had been closely involved even during his recent visit to Paris and to London. And Ribado also confirmed that they visited the troubled regions on Tinubu's instructions, and they actually gave him feedback because they had directed, he had directed us, that was what I said earlier, to go and meet with the political authorities there. He also emphasized the need for grassroots involvement in tackling insecurity, and saying the issue of insecurity is often not just at the higher level. It involves subunits, and we need to work with communities, we need to work with local governments, and we need to work with the governors. The president directed that we work more with governors, he explained, and Ribadu added that Tinubu was very worried and concerned and confirmed the attacks often targeted, civilians with IEDs and exploit ungoverned spaces. Enough is enough. That was the statement of the president to the NSA and the security chiefs, and says we're working to ensure that we restore peace and security. Now, if you would note from what, Noor Rabadu said, that is the National Security Advisor, what he said we need to work grassroots, we need to work with the governors more. But these same governors are actually yearning and are calling for state policing, but yet, that has actually been once again postponed at the NEC meeting. What do you make of all of this, my beloved honorable in the building? Let me know what your take is. 07055 071 007. 07055 071 007. I do not want to believe it's the reception, because some calls have been coming in but cutting before they even get through fully. 07055 071 007. 07025 201 007. Let me know what your take is. The NEC meeting happened, it held yesterday, but it has actually been deferred again. That is the talk about state policing, which was initially on the agenda but couldn't be spoken about because time was fast spent. And the latest the round figure that they put to it was 100 victims of recent attacks in Plateau, Benue, Zamfara and Kwara State. They were actually honored during the NEC meeting with a minute silent. Though Deary noted that NEC sympathy was actually conveyed and urged the media coverage of the gesture, saying the media should talk about that. NEC also endorsed the cattle ranching to mitigate farmer herders conflicts, to actually make sure that farmer herder conflicts actually die down, and a key which is going to be a key should I say a long-term solution to the whole thing on ground right now. But the state policing conversation would be pended for now, or has been pended for now, till the next NEC meeting. 07055 071 007. We have about 8 more minutes on the segment. Let's actually just keep trying the numbers, and if you can't get in, you can also send a text message to either of those numbers. 07055 071 007. 7025 2. You can also drop your comment on Facebook. We're live on Facebook. Let me know what your take is regarding this conversation. I might be taking comments right now. 07055 071 007. 07055 071 007. 07025 007. 07025 201 07055 007. Call me up is regarding this particular meeting held yesterday, but the conversation of the state policing was actually shelved to be discussed exhaustively, going by the words of the Bayelsa State Governor, and saying that it would be talked about exhaustively at the next NEC meeting. But for now, we are going to be looking at the cattle ranch thingy, where these where there's cattle ranching to mitigate farmer herders conflict, which is a key driver of violence, and this is going to serve as a long-term solution. Let me know what your thoughts are. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Also, the National Security Advisor, in person of Nuhu Rabadu, has actually said that they need to work more with the governors, and the same governors have been clamoring for state policing, and it has actually not been approved. The NEC meeting happened yesterday, and the conversation was deferred. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Let me know what your thoughts are. You can text me via WhatsApp or via SMS as well on 07055 071 007. That is the WhatsApp line. You can call that number as well, or just send messages if you can't seem to get into the studios. Okay, 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Call me up or send messages. All right. So there is, a few comments to take. And this one says, if President Tinubu can solve security issues and economic issues, trust me, people will be endeared to him and will win 2027 elections without rigging. However, if this is a political dogma, then Niger is cooked. Okay, that is a comment to by Ezequiel Siri. All right. Moving on from that particular comment, there is, also Kay saying enough is enough. And what's next? All right. So let me know what your thoughts are. Drop your comments or, send messages. Let me know, or you can simply just call in. Let me know what your thoughts is concerning this or state policing being the conversation being deferred yet again. All right, so okay, so there is Mimi Andy saying we Nigerians are telling you too that enough is enough too. All right, so let me know what your thoughts is regarding all of it. 07055 071 007. You can also head to Facebook and drop your comment. We're live on Facebook. Let me know what your thoughts is regarding this particular conversation. What do you think? What is your take regarding all of this? 07055 071 007. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Let me know what your thought is. What is your take concerning this? All right. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Let me know what your take is concerning this conversation. If you have, something to contribute to it, let me know. Head to Facebook. We're live on Facebook. Let me know what your take is regarding this conversation. How about we take a quick breather and I'll take more comments. But in the meantime, keep the calls coming through. Let us actually keep trying, because I know that, the network is somewhat terrible this morning. But we'll keep trying. Here is Johnny Drill doing Believe Me. Stick around.
More music on trendybeats.com.
What have you done to me? I don't know. What have you done to me? I don't know. It must be you. I need you for my family. It must be you. It must be you. I need you for my family. Oh baby, oh, been in love with you for days. Done day with you for so long. Show more. I'm crazy, oh, girl, I'm crazy over you. Now waiting man go do to make you know. Waiting you won't believe if you don't believe me. I will not deceive, do not deceive me. And my love go past the love you give me. If I follow your hand, I beg to lead. Waiting you won't believe if you don't believe me. I will not deceive, do not deceive me. And my love go past the love you give me. If I follow your hand, I beg to lead me. What have you done to me? I don't know. What have you done to me? I don't know. Believe me, it got me you. I need you for my family.
More music on trendybeats.com.
All right, Johnny Drill doing "Believe Me," and that one is a good jam. Okay, so this is still Melody Sunrise on Melody 100.7. We're still talking about the issue centered around the neck meeting that took place yesterday, and how the case of the state policing has actually been shelved, even though the insecurity rate has actually gone up. This has actually raised concerns in a lot of quarters, where people saying that they thought that would be the center of a conversation at the neck meeting, though it was actually hinted upon. And even though these victims were honored with a minute silence, but beyond that, the NEC has actually postponed the state police talks despite surge in killings in the country. Quite a number of people have actually been yearning for state policing, and the hope that that would happen. And even the NSA chief has actually said that they need to work with state governors mostly when it comes to the insecurity going on in the country. But so far so good. The conversation has yet again been postponed and not been addressed. Though the Bayelsa State governor, that is Doye Diri, has actually said that the conversation will be talked about at the next NEC meeting. But in the meantime, NEC has actually endorsed cattle ranching to mitigate farmer-herder conflict, which is said to be a key driver of violence as long-term solution to this whole thing. What is your take, or what is your standpoint regarding this whole conversation? The state policing conversation has yet again been postponed, even though a lot has been going on in the country. 07025 201 007 07025 201 007 or 07055 071 007. Those are the studio lines. Call me up or send messages. Let me know what your take is. So we'll do it again for the next 5 minutes. Hopefully the reception would be favorable this time. You can also head to Facebook and drop your comments right there on Facebook. I'll be taking your comments in a little bit. Okay, 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Call me up or send messages. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. There is Osh saying a closed door meeting. People that were laughing inside and eating small chops. Were you there? Were you there? Like how? 07025 201 007. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, morning.
Good morning, Honorable. Your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, this is Abdulrazak calling from Ringo.
From Ringo. Good to have you on the show. What is your take regarding this conversation?
The welcome development for us, assuming they are effective for the state police to that. If they are effective, it's a welcome development for Nigeria. And I want to use this platform to advise Nigerian people that our communities are supposed to stand and defend their rights. Whenever they see all these headers, they stand and defend their rights. That is what I experience when I'm in my place. I live for notes.
Yeah.
For more than how many times, whenever we see all these people, we stand and defend them. We don't need to wait for the government from somewhere to come and help us. We will collect everything from their hands, from the headers.
But don't you think that would actually lead to a lot of chaos and fighting, non-stop fighting, if we actually start doing that?
Yeah, I know. But as in all these headers, they are the ones they will come and find your trouble first. So if you stand that you are waiting for the government, the government can help you by that time. If you are the community, you can stand and fight your rights. For all these government will come help. That's what I want to say.
Thank you so much for calling. And it is really, really fascinating, Because, this man is a northerner, and he actually said that, I'm a northerner, but, when the herders come, we actually defend our community, calling for the communities to defend themselves while advocating that the state policing should be approved. Let me know what your thoughts is. We'll take more reactions. Have about 5 more minutes, and then we'll wrap up this conversation. 07055 071 007 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007 07025 201 007. Let me know what your take is. State policing is actually the talks around state policing has been deferred again at the NEC meeting that took place yesterday. But, the NEC actually endorsed cattle ranching to mitigate the farmer-herder conflict so as to die it down. So if the herders have their own cattle ranching where they graze their cattle, they won't have to, infringe on farmers, thereby leading to conflict. 07055 071 007 071 007 or 070 007. Let me know what your take is. Let me know. Hit me up, call me up, or send messages. Let's have a conversation centered around this. 07055 007 or 070 25201 007. There is Ray Snipe saying Jonathan Earn not to create committee Buhari on the president strongly condemns, while Tinubu enough is enough, yet no fee solve insecurity shame. Okay, all right, let's just keep the comments dropping. 07055 071 007 07025 007. You don't want to call in, you can also send a message via WhatsApp or via SMS. Okay, call me up or send messages. Let me know what your take is regarding this conversation. 07055 071 007. There is the zone saying they all said the same thing, enough is enough. AIG always uses they will apprehend the perpetrators, still nothing to show for their talks. All right, 07055 071 007 07025 201 007. Call me up or send messages. Let me know what your take is regarding this particular conversation. We're talking about the all insecurity issues and how, it wasn't really touched on, talking about the state policing that was postponed and, till the next NEC meeting. Well, a lot of people are saying that, you shouldn't have done that. That should have been the core forefront. Because the NSA, chief has actually said that they need to work with the state governors, and the state governors would actually tackle this thing at grassroots level. That was the statement that Nuhuru Badu actually used. It said, we need to work with communities, we need to work with local governments, we need to work with governors. Said the president directed that we work more with governors, and the issue of insecurity is not just at the higher levels, which is sometimes it doesn't really have to involve the federal government or federal police. That is if there is a state policing. If there is none, there is no way, that could be easy for, the state or the communities to actually curb these insecurities before it escalates. But let me know what your thoughts are. 07025 007 945. We'll roll over to Melody Surprise, where you get to send me messages, and we get to talk about, celebrate your loved one for you. If they're celebrating their birthdays or wedding anniversaries, a promotion at work, whatever it is you want to celebrate them for, you'll be sending a text message, and then I'll be putting a call through to your loved one on your behalf. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Those are still the studio lines to call me up on before we roll over to the Melody Surprise segment. You can still call me up right now to talk about this. 07055 071 007 07025 201 007. All right, drop your comment as well. We're live on Facebook. You can drop your comment and let me know what your take is regarding this conversation. Is it something that should be extensively talked about? Talking about the state policing, or is it something that should be postponed? 07055 071 007 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Those are the numbers to either call me up on or to text me on. All right, and let me know what your state, what your stand is, what your take is. This comment says, in a sane country, by now all security chiefs would be without an appointment. Okay, let me know. This one says, Agbara says, your agreement. Okay. Let's be mindful of what we say. There is Sniff Dancy saying, suspend those service chiefs or investigate them, and then go serious with their work. All right, so let me know what your standpoint is regarding this conversation. There is the talk about the state policing at the NEC meeting just yesterday. Hit me up 07055 071 007 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. All right, so we'll pick this conversation, sorry, maybe another conversation up next week, because it is time for me to round up and head straight to Melody Surprise. So if you have someone that is celebrating a particular achievement today, how about you send me a message, and I'll be here to wish them for you with no cost, like a free of charge. Yeah, and like I always say, God bless Nigeria. Thanks to every single person that tried to get into the studio but couldn't, because some calls came in but I couldn't come through fully because they were actually cut off. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Those are still the numbers to send messages to if you have someone you want to celebrate today. But in the meantime, here's Joe Boy doing free of charge, teaming up with Olamide Bato.
Champion.
Amen. Many things I go buy for my baby, and I'm a dying for a pound. I go to ballet. I know they wait to baby because you want so understand. I be man with love with my woman who like you lazy man. Alima, tell them say you deal with money man. I dey camera, I give her the money for your charge. I give her the money to my charge. I give her the money for your charge. Too much money for my colo. Well, I gotta be to spend it all on you. Say you want to pounds, telling my baby on a euros. But you're in a mansion and a Lamborghini euros. Whoa, too much money for my colo. Well, I gotta be to spend it all on you. Say you want to pounds, telling my baby on a euros. But you're in a mansion and a Lamborghini euros.
Now you just got the mind that don't like my jug for check. For the time I know fish you up, I go buy you Patek. My pretty Cinderella, you be daddy spec. Just name anything you want, I go right to check. I go right to check. Position, formation, rotation, collision. Money long, money short. It's too much, it's causing pollution. Give me like you give me la portion. Then want me, I know you caution. Ambition, I get the ambition. Me God know about my mission. Limousine, jacuzzi. That's the real life, I promise you go see. But then you there is no way I'm losing. Money long, you make me gonna see.
Understand, I be man with love with my woman who like you lazy man. Alima, tell them say you deal with money man. I dey camera, I give her the money for your charge. I give her the money to my charge. I give her the money for your charge. Too much money for my colo. Well, I gotta be to spend it all on you. Say you want to pounds, telling my baby on a euros. But you're in a mansion and a Lamborghini euros. Too much money for my colo. Well, I gotta be to spend it all on you. Say you want to pounds, telling my baby all I euros. Put you in a mansion and a Lamborghini euros.
Melody 100.7 FM. Stay cool with Melody.
All you do is lie, lie, lie. All you do is try, try, try. You don't even know the kind of things, but you try to tell me all these things. Give me some time, I need peace. I'ma need space some days, and I'm just trying to do my thing. And I'm just trying to get my way. You need someone to deceive, and you're trying to think that I'm the one for you. But don't you see, you're not everything, and I know you're not the one for me. Crazy things are happening, crazy things are happening. If you need somebody's grace, you fit up somebody's grace. Crazy things are happening, crazy things are happening. If you need somebody's grace, you fit up somebody's grace. Try, try, try. I try, try. I just want to turn my back tonight, tonight. So I make it seem. I just want to turn my back tonight. Tell. Ooh, you try to make me run insane, but you know that I'm not the same. I just think I can do better. Crazy things are happening, crazy things are happening. If you need somebody grace, you fit up somebody's grace. Crazy things are happening, crazy things are happening. If you need somebody grace, you fit up somebody's grace.
Melody 100.7 FM.
I don't put the money, the baby, and everything that you need. I don't put the money, the baby, and everything that you need. Hey! I promise, oh yeah, I promise to always be there. Even when you mess up, yeah, yeah. My ego still tell you no vex. I go give you respect, the respect I give my mama. You say make I give you picky, make I give you jelly, jelly. Oh, Sissy, you're beautiful from head to toe. From head to toe, baby shark. Baby shark. Baby shark. You got a pretty face, shark. You got a pretty body, shark. But then you never gonna allow me, touch. You way too pretty for me. You way too pretty. Girl, I'll give you the word, my love. I'll give you the things you love. I know what drop with you. I know what drop with you. Now give me the beast to your beauty. Give you the
double Bikers Daniel, and yeah, all I can pray for is double blessing for you and yours. And it is 9:53 a.m. from the studios. My name is Bolabad. This is Melody. Oh, this has been Melody Sunrise. It's time for me to stay, step out of the studios and say bye-bye. Thanks to every single person that dropped a comment, to every single person that tried to call in, and to the one person that could get into the studio. Thank you so much. We'll return again next week for another fresh episode of Melody Sunrise on Melody 100.7. Like I always say, do not be a stranger. Follow us across all socials. Melody 100.7 across all social media platforms. But for me, it is at Bolabad across all social media platforms. That is Bolabad, no space. Until next week, I'll be coming your way again. And Melody Sunrise will be returning again. Do a fantastic rest of your day, the weekend. And God bless Nigeria, like we always say. Since it is still Friday, this is Silencer by the Cavemen. Stick around, don't move a muscle, wait for the next broadcast.
Give me love, oh. Make we jolly. Give me love, oh, baby. Make we jolly. Kulu, kulu.